Hi everyone, welcome, thanks for dropping by. I don't have really that long to tell you about what this video is about, but because unfortunately on the internet there's people have got a habit of just sort of flitting from one sort of website to another, and you know, it's just one of those things, you know. So anyway, straight to it. Before I go straight to it though, I'm just going to explain something. The thing is with the internet, it's always hard to trust what people are saying, or you know, what people are writing about, because you know, the internet being what it is, it's just like that, you know. There's a lot of unscrupulous people out there, and there's a lot of genuine people out there. So how do you define, you know, how do you work out who's genuine and who's not? But at the end of this video, hopefully I'm going to explain myself, and you know, hopefully you'll see that I am a genuine guy. You'll be able to speak to me on the phone and all that. So anyway, I'm going to go straight to it. Okay, what we got here, Start for a Day Studios. What do we do? Basically, it's a recording studio experience. Myself and another guy, we both run it, and what it does is it captures the essence of the real pop star world, if you like. And we've tried to do this by going to an amazing venue in central London, and what we do, we invite 8 children onto a live stage with lighting and stuff like that, and basically we spend 2 hours of having a lot of fun. And hopefully, you know, the kids go home with something extremely amazing and memorable, something they'll always remember, and that was our aim. That is our aim, you know, and hopefully we do achieve that, because we know we do. We've done it over and over again. But basically, what happens? The kids come into the studio, get on the stage. We spend the first hour on the stage having fun. They have 6 chosen songs that they've pre-picked before they arrive at the studio. We do this before the party day, and they perform on stage. Words come up on a big screen, a bit like karaoke, but obviously it's not karaoke. It's a bit more than that. Just so that everyone's comfortable with the words and stuff like that, and you know, they don't forget where they are. And we spend, like I say, first hour doing these six songs. We break to have some food, and then in the second half of the session we work off stage, actually recording. And then we have a sort of grand finale at the end, where we sort of choose 2 of the best songs, and we perform the last 2 songs on stage live, and we actually record that. And whilst we're doing all of this, we're actually recording on video as well. So they get to see the whole thing on video as well as making their CD, and then we have a photo shoot at the end. Okay, that's basically what we do. Now, going into a little bit more detail, hopefully I've still captured your attention. You haven't gone off anywhere else. Basically, the reason why I'm doing this video the way I am, and I'm in my garage at home, okay, which is a bit of an odd place. You know, I could have made a sort of very flashy corporate type video and whatever, but that is really not me. I wanted to sort of capture, you know, I wanted you to see me as I am, you know, chilled out in my own sort of environment, explaining what we do. Now, first things first. How did we do this? Why are we doing it? Etc. etc. How did we get as far as we are with the whole sort of Start for a Day thing? Well, I'm actually a hairdresser, and the guy that I work with is a hairdresser also. And actually today, the reason why I'm making this video today, I was doing this new client in the salon. Okay, and we just happened to, in the conversation, we got into the subject of things that we do outside of work, yeah. And I said, you know, apart from hairdressing, I do something else. So she said, well, what do you do? I said, well, okay. I says, well, I says, it's a musically orientated thing that I do. But before I explain what I do, I'll tell you a bit about the background and how we ended up doing what we do. About 4 years ago, the guy that I work with, we embarked on a new project, a music project. Okay. Bearing in mind, we both hairdressers. We've been hairdressing 30 years, a long time, and probably about the time when we started, we both had a huge passion for music. We were both in a band, and we sort of played in a band for quite a long time, and we've also recorded in studios and stuff like that. And, we sort of took it to, so we kind of we spent our whole youth really sort of doing that, and hoping to be the next the next sort of big act, but we didn't get anywhere with that, but we had a lot of fun doing it. But whilst we were out on the road, playing weekends and that was all well and good until we decided both of it, we got married, and we had kids and stuff like that. So playing, going out on the road wasn't really fitting in anymore. It didn't fit in with sort of married life, so we had to give it up. So for years and years and years, sort of, we always talked about, it'd be nice to get back into it somehow, but not sure how we were going to do it. So about 4 years ago, we were all out one night, and I was with my cousin, Hendrik, that's his name, the guy that we're talking about, the guy that I work with on this, and he had a friend with him. And this friend, his job, he was I forget the title of his job, but he was one of these guys that go into businesses. He goes into ailing businesses and helps turn the company around and gets them out of trouble, basically. And that was his job. That was his job. And we got a bit drunk that night, to be honest. And we sort of talked about one thing or another. We got to the subject of music. We said, it'd be great if we could get back into music. We weren't sure how to, but didn't want to get back into a band or anything. And he said, all right. He says, well, look, you know what? I've got an idea for you. He says, on my round, this is the friend that we were with. He said, on my rounds, doing what I do, he says, I came across this company in Peterborough, in the UK, and he said, it's worth going to have a look and see what they do, because I think you guys could probably use this idea, what they're doing, and probably make it your own. So I said, right, okay. So cut a long story short, we went to see this place in Peterborough, and we walked in, and basically it was a kind of a pop star experience for kids, and it was just a sort of a single room, big room, a bit like a dance studio with mirrors across one wall and stuff like that, and a microphone in the middle with a static sort of camera on the ceiling pointing towards the microphone in the middle. It was kind of like a CCTV camera, and we thought, right, okay. The place, the room was sort of really sort of uninteresting. I mean, it had strip lighting, not much of an atmosphere, and we sort of stuck around and watched what they do. So basically kids went there. Everything was done in this sort of one room, and they sort of performed, and sort of the kids had had fun, but and we came away thinking, yeah, the idea is really good, but the setup was wrong. They never captured that kind of essence of a real pop star type place.